Okay, so today is April 16, 2026, and we're going to try to explain this one last time. But keep in mind, I am not Charles Berry's attorney. I am not paid $500 an hour to explain things to this person, but he continues to harass me with questions. He continues to harass me with threats and enticements. He continues to contact me against my will and invade my privacy and cause loss. So, we're going to address this. Mr. Perry, I have 9 million of your incriminating phone calls and meetings, your details, your specific conversations where you planned a criminal act against me, something illegal. I have 111 names of people that are helping you do that. I have 28 of your code words that you use to describe crimes of coercion and intimidation. No other victim has that. Now, part of that is you are human traffickers, and we hear you talking about, can we get Cindy some customers? Tell everybody we think we came up with a surefire way to kidnap her and make it look legit and hold her hostage in our Kentucky compound. And we know that because when you do the crime to me, you get caught. It's different than the other victims, but it's the same every time you do it. We get the information before you have a chance to do it, not after, most times, about 98% of the time. A lot of times we don't put anything out about it, but the guys have it. So you're not understanding what's happening here. There are people getting that information from you to me and everybody else in the need to know investigation. There are 12 reporters helping us. 3 of them do not live in the United States of America. They are not here because the people helping me wanted to protect the integrity of the investigation, sir. And part of that would include you don't get to get your hands on those recordings. And I'm not the only one that has heard them. We've also heard you say to people, she's schizophrenic. She can't prove it. Well, that's something that you have to prove in your court bullshit that you do when you go do your little sob story whiny bag song and dance of I got caught and now I'm the victim. I got caught in heinous disturbed crime and I'm the victim. So you proved me wrong on fact, not by retaliation, not by enticements, not by intimidations, not by, I'm going to make you broke and homeless so that I can make you go with me. I don't want to go with you. I don't do broke. I don't do peep and creep. I don't do your ghetto. You're not my kind of guy. You're a job for me. But let's just say you aren't a job for me. You are everything I hate. You are everything that is repulsive to me. So over the last couple of days, Mr. Perry continues to tell me he just wants to explain. Okay, let's look at that. You're not understanding, sir, that normal people, which is most people, you're the minority. You're not the majority. You're the minority. Most people, the first thing out of their mouth when people hear what you are doing to me and Dennis is, what is wrong with someone that would do that? Why on earth would anyone do that? Okay, we hear that a lot. What is wrong with someone who would do that? Why on earth is he doing that to her? Why would anyone do that? Your conduct is illegal because it's very offensive to a civilized society. People with class, people with dignity, people who are professional, people who are normal. Okay, so when you talk, the things you say do not make sense to any of us. So if you think you can explain something, you think wrong. Again, you think a lot of things that are not right. We got a surefire way to make her go with us. And then at the end of the day, let me guess that didn't work. So you thought wrong, didn't you? You don't get me. You don't know me at all. Because you would have known that wouldn't work. You would have known that would just piss us off. Okay, so you're not going to sit me down and explain yourself to me and get me to go, oh yeah, see, now I understand. I don't think like you. I'm not a criminal. Most people cannot imagine why anyone would do what you're doing. So the things that you say are not going to make any sense to us, any more than what we say makes sense to you. Clearly, what we say makes no sense to you at all, because you never respond like you understood what we just said. You never respond like you understand what's happening. You continue to fail at that. Criminals have a fucked up mind, or they wouldn't be criminals. They could figure out how to make money a normal way and not hurt people and not kill and not steal and not destroy and rape and rob and cheat and lie. Most people don't go into court and lie under oath, and you do it like it's nothing. Okay, if you'll lie in a courtroom under oath, you'll lie to anyone, anywhere, at any time about anything. We've heard that complaint too. He'll look you right in the eye and lie to you about the color of your own eyes and not think twice about it and expect you to believe him. And it's insulting my intelligence. I'm pissed about it. That's how these guys just lie. All the time, everywhere. I'm sick of the insult. I'm smart. He acts like he thinks I'm stupid. Mr. Perry thinks a lot of things. None of it's real. He's a delusional man. It's delusion that you think you're going to sit down and explain. You know what I heard you say? I want to confess. So let's just forego you wasting my time with a meeting. And I want you to write down your confession and all the things you want to explain on a yellow legal pad and have your attorney send it to me. Okay? Because there's not a thing that you can say that I would go, oh, okay, I see. Nope. Everybody else outside your little club of strango, sir, is asking the question first thing out of their mouth when they hear what you do to me and Dennis. Why on earth would anyone do that? Why is he doing that to her? So you're never going to make sense to normal people. We're not criminals. We don't peep and creep all day. We don't harass people all day. We don't get in people's faces and scream and yell and try to intimidate them all day. We don't call people up and try to cause major catastrophic loss. We don't murder. So we can't understand why you do. So there is no explanation that you're going to give me that would make sense. Your attorney should be explaining that to you, not me. I don't get paid $500 an hour to answer your questions. Next thing is, I'm not told how information is obtained, and I don't want to help you. There are no secret hints, there's no secret messages, and you are off your nut to say any such thing. It shows how delusional whack job you really are. That you think I would help you. Okay, there is no chance in hell I would help the man who has ruined everything good in my life and taken everything and everyone I worked hard for and tried to murder me and my son and then had people lie to me about my son. We want to make her look schizophrenic. We want to get her in a psych ward. We heard you talk about that over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You know what the response to that was? When he tries to set that up, what you hear is another person screaming and yelling at her like some crazy maniac banshee. And she says nothing. So you know who sounds like the crazy one? The other guy. The person they told to yell at her like that. Who the fuck does that? Where does he get off? You're trying to intimidate me. You're trying to coerce me. My guy's going to charge you with witness tampering every time you do that. Every time I want to go to the gym, every bill that's late, every second I have to waste my time cleaning up some bacteria you came in here and put everywhere, trying to make me sick or blind. Or every time I have to go replace something that you tainted and contaminated and I got to go buy a new one. It takes both my time and my money. They're going to charge you with interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. And it's a witness tampering charge, that's the act. You're racking it and stacking it. What are they going to do to you, and when are they going to do it, and how pissed off are they going to be when they do it? That's the questions you need to be asking yourselves, and I will not help you with that. He told you 6 years ago, you're going to give back what you took from her, you're going to fix the problems you caused for her, and you're going to get the fuck out of her life, or I'm going to get more intel, and I'll do it for you. We'll do it ourselves, and it'll cost you double at least. By the time the legal processes are over, it will cost you double. I'm going to bury you with it in a criminal case. And it's not up to you. After that, we got 111 names. After that, we got 28 of your code words. After that, we got details of your compounds. There's one in South Dakota, one in Montana, one south of Houston. That one south of Houston is the first one you wanted to hold me hostage in, kidnap me and take me there and hold me hostage. Then we started finding details out about that place. So you changed it to Atlanta, Georgia. Then we found out details about that place. So then you change it to Kentucky. Okay, we have all that. Other victims don't have that. We have it now. So who got that from me? See, nobody will help you out with even one name because you so horrify people. They don't want to help you. They want to help us. We matter, not you. They want you ruined and gone. So there is no more of this. It's over once and for all. And nobody will help you interfere with our objective, and that's our objective. And you just don't get that, how much you've made people hate you for what you've done to me and Dennis. Day after day after day. You don't want the help, or you would have done what he said 6 years ago. You want to sit on your fat, ugly ass and cause major loss and problems and suffering and get caught. And that's all you have. You have nothing else. So when we say, God said, the wealth of the wicked makes its way to the righteous, for whom it was laid up. You paid a lot of money to cover up your crime. Guess what it bought us, actually and really, despite what you think. Truth. We find out before. Your plan didn't work because I knew what to do and what to say and what not to say. And where to go and where not to go. And it's been this way and you call everybody up. We got a surefire way to make this work this time. And then they get a call from you and they're like, let me guess, it didn't work this time. I've come to expect it. Why wouldn't you? You need to manage your expectations better. 9 million times you pissed us off, sir. So we got 9 million of your incriminating phone calls and conversations in your meetings where you planned something specific and you gave us great details to work with. 9 million times over the past 15 years. A lot of them were after March 2020 when he said, you give it back and you get the fuck out of her life, or I will get more and I will do it for you. And then we get more every day. Here's the specific details that they're planning to do to cause a catastrophic loss to Cynthia and her kids, or all three. So here's what we do to get around it so it doesn't work. The plan doesn't work. Jerry Bender's name keeps coming up that he's involved in this. Steve Kunzweiler's name keeps coming up that he's involved in this. FBI George and Keith, Judge Egan and Judge Jane, and Judge Judy Parker. Their names are coming up that they're right in bed with you. They planned something. Marvin, we planned something, it didn't work. Marvin planned to get her car towed and then make her walking, and then we just kidnap her while she's walking. Jerry Bender planned this. Steve Kunzweiler planned that. Wow, okay. Good to know. Details that are specific. We have 9 million of them because 9 million times you pissed us off going at me and my kids. We have 111 names. Monday night, you pulled a really nasty stunt. That got us Gabaldon's name and what he's doing. I'm not going to divulge all that. Okay, I don't know this Gabaldon guy. Never met him. I don't know Gordy. Never met him. Don't want to meet him. I don't know the people on your list, sir. 111 names. To your none. Nobody will help you interfere with what we're doing. You know why? Because you made people really mad at you with the cruelty. And they just want you gone once and for all. So nobody's helping you interfere with that. That's our objective. Relieve the suffering caused by your crime. So who's getting the information? What are they doing with it? When are they going to do it? And how mad are they going to be when they do it? That's your problem. Ask your attorney. You pay him $500 an hour to answer your fucking questions, your stupid fucktard questions. You know what my boss said? If he really wanted my help, he would have done what I said 6 years ago. It would have cost him a whole lot less money. A whole lot less money. Because we're using his money to buy the truth. It's not being used for a cover-up. It's not covering up a damn thing. His crime's never been this uncovered. So what I think is he gets a thrill out of getting caught. I think he gets a sick thrill out of pissing everybody off, both sides. Because he sits there and plans some crime against you and does some horrible thing to you, and it pisses us off. And it pisses our informants off, and it pisses our infiltrators off, and it pisses all of our people off. And when we start getting information, we get flooded when they get cruel and nasty, and they start taking from you. And they start causing problems for you. We get flooded. Well, you'd think they wouldn't want that. They do get mad about it. At the end of the day, Mr. Perry has made us mad, and then we find out what he's up to, which makes his people mad. Now you got all sides mad. Both of them. Everybody's mad. And he gets a sick thrill out of doing that every day. Because if he didn't like that, he would stop. And he would do what we require for him to get our help. He doesn't want our help. He wants to sit on his fat, ugly ass and peep and creep and torment and torture and cause problems and loss for everybody else and make everybody mad at him. Both sides. Because he gets caught when he does it to you, and yet he keeps doing it day after day after day, knowing he's going to get caught when he does it. And he keeps doing it. That seems counterproductive to what he said he wanted, which was a cover-up. I'm not going to sign your affidavit. We've known about the affidavit for a long time. We've talked about the affidavit, and I said, if you do what you keep telling me you want to do. I'm going to have you pulled over and arrested, and you're going to sign my law recanting your court testimony. No. I will sign that. Fuck you, and I'll see you in court if you do that. If you carry out that threat, I'll see you in court. I will fight you to the death, and you know that. I'm trying to fight you to the death now because you keep trying to poison me, trying to make me do what you want. You keep trying to make me blind, trying to make me do what you want. You keep trying to kill my kid. You're keeping me from my kid. Okay, you think having somebody get in my face and scream and yell is going to make me do what you want? It just pissed us off. That's all that did. It pissed everybody off. And we got a name. Gabaldon out of that. So what you're doing isn't even benefiting you, so why would you continue to do it? Unless you're getting a sick thrill just pissing everybody off all day. Does that make you feel some sort of sense of control? When you can sit on your fat ass and bother and harass and bother and harass and bother and harass and make everybody hate you? Everybody hates you. You're not getting help. We are. You don't have 9 million of our phone calls and meetings. We have that. You do not. That's what's real. You don't have even one name of anybody in the need to know investigation. Not one. Nobody wants to help you with that. Nobody. They're helping us get names. We got 111. What are they going to do with all that? When are they going to do it? And how pissed off did you want them to be when they do it? You know everything you tell us. 28 code words describing acts of coercion and intimidation with intent to deliver in an illegal human trafficking deal. And hold me hostage and false imprison me and make me be raped so you can make money. And I told you no, I found out before. Absolutely never going to happen. I'll fight you to the death. I'm fighting you to the death now. So, what is it you think they're going to do with all that? When are they going to do it? And how pissed off did you want them to be when they do it? Nobody will give you even one name in 15 years. No amount of money has bought you even one name, much less everything else we have. And you act like you think it's the other way around. It is not, sir. It is the opposite of the other way around. And every time you take from me, and every time you cause a problem for me, and every day you invade my privacy, and every time you think you got to tell me what you think or how you feel or what you want or what you need, or threaten and harass me, we get more and more, just like he said 6 years ago. You don't invade her privacy. You don't contact her or her family. Don't contact them. She cannot be broke. You owe her money. She's lost income. She's lost time. She's lost property. She's lost people, key relationships. You threw her clothes in a dumpster. She worked hard to get those clothes. You earned her college. You interfere in everything. You butt into things that are none of your business. Gordy, where I live is none of your business. If you're going to cause a problem for me, he'll railroad you. You want to try it and see? Knock yourself out. Okay? And $3,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home and using my body to make money. You exploit women, right, on the dark web. Our witness tells us he puts hidden cameras in the homes of women without their consent or permission. Most women don't know they're even being watched. And then he broadcasts them on the dark web and sells watch time. So you owe me $3,000 a day for that. You consent to pay that bill every day that you haven't disputed it, and you won't stop. So that is your consent. $2,000 a day for hacking and cloning everything else, phones, computers, whatever else. So that's $5,000 a day you owe me. My guy said pay her back. Pay her. She shouldn't be broke. She's not to be broken to have to ask for money when you owe that kind of money. If she has to ask for money, and you're going to have some problems with us because you owe her money. You owe her a lot of money. We have a forensic accountant keeping track of every cent you've taken from her, and we've assigned a dollar figure for her time. Because one thing pisses us off about more than anything, and that is you taking her time to have to deal with the problems you caused. Okay, he said she can't have to ask for money, and if she does, it better not be knowing there better not be some shit, drama. Some drama queen song and dance, because you owe her a fuck ton of money. So, you're going to have problems with us when you do that. Remember, we're the ones that can get names you can't. What you're doing is not getting you a name. It's not getting you anything but told on, and told on, and told on, and caught, and told on. And your money buys us the truth. So I know to do that, or not do that, or say that, or not say that. We get details about your plans so we know what to do. So your plan does not work. Surefire way to get her this time. Oh shit, she found out and flipped the script, and that didn't work. And day after day, you've done the same thing. Even to his own detriment. He's going to humiliate himself and get caught anyway. Because he knows what happens when he does it to me, he does it anyway. The wealth of the wicked made its way to the righteous, for whom it was laid up. All that cover-up money bought us truth. And you got nothing else. Nobody has this. So who all has it? What are they going to do with it? And when are they going to do it? And how pissed off did you want them to be when they do it? You know everything. You tell us. Okay? I'm done. We're done. We told you what you were to do if you wanted the guys to help you. And every day you've said no and you defy them. My boss wants me with my children. He wants you to pay your bill to me and Dennis. He wants you to stop. And until you do, no one will help you. They have not in 15 years, no amount of money. So you've made a choice to continue to do what you're doing that gives you results you say you don't like. So at this point, I don't think anybody believes you don't like the results you have. Not now, not after this long. You don't want the help, you made a choice. Because you have to do what he says to get the help, and if you don't get the help, you never have. You can't get even a name. And so, we're done. Now, all of these things are things that your attorney should be explaining to you. I'm not paid $500 an hour to explain simple kindergarten level thinking to a mentally retarded man. And I think my friends told you. I have friends that knew me when I was dating Saeed, and I think that they told you. I don't believe you that she would be into you because she's used to a higher standard of living, and she had a career, a professional career. And she had that because of Saeed. If she's living in her car, door dashing and dancing, she's doing that because it's better than being with you. Because you're the kind of person that would do that to her. And that's not her thing. We knew her when she was with Saeed, and you said, well, it's a bad economy, and my friend said, you're full of shit. Bad economy, my ass. I don't believe you. By the way, don't insult my intelligence. I had a political consulting career, Mr. Perry, and you ruined it. You threatened to ruin it, and then you did ruin it. A professional career. And you ruined it. And then you proceeded to do things to make it where I had no choice but to dance if I wanted to eat, so that you could groom me to be trafficked. And we've heard you talking about that many, many times, all of you. Don't get me customers. I will not help you. I will not be trafficked. You're trying to kidnap me. You're trying to false imprison me. You're trying to hold me hostage against my will. And you're trying to have a violent crime of rape committed against me so you can get rich. You're trying to use taxpayer dollars to do it. We have a couple of congressmen that would like to hold a congressional hearing and make you explain why in the hell you think it's okay for you to steal money from the taxpayers and the public and the citizens to perpetrate fraud on a court to enrich yourself. And you will do it. You have my word, I promise. We told you it'd be different this time. You're going to see things you've never seen before this time. Remember, in 2016, we told you you're going to call around looking for my boss, trying to get me fired, and trying to interfere with their investigation and obstruct justice several years ago. And until you do what he said, give it back and get out, and don't contact me and my family again, you're going to get nothing but the runaround. And we kept our promise, didn't we? You can explain why you thought it was okay for you to personally enrich yourself by stealing money from the taxpayers to use taxpayer resources to deliver in an illegal human trafficking deal and commit violent crimes against me and make me get raped. I will kick the shit out of anybody that tries to rape me. So I don't think, nothing goes in 15 years, nothing has gone like you think it would. You think that would? Are you that delusional? Are you that stupid that you think that would go like you want? You're off your nut. You're completely off your nut, whack job, if you actually think that. You think a lot of things. You thought that would work. You thought I would do this. You thought I would do that. And you thought wrong every time, didn't you? You better watch it with what you think. It's not even benefiting you. It is humiliating you, though. And you don't even know that, do you? So what happens when a delusional, mentally retarded man starts making decisions? Nothing works out like you thought it would because you're not in reality. What's real? You don't like it that she finds out before? No. You're not getting it, man. You're not getting it, man. You're making people uncomfortable. Crime tends to make people uncomfortable. And her guys know what everybody wants, and they're very strategic, and they're very methodical. And they're out thinking you in their sleep. They always have. All these years they have. When they do something, you never see it coming. When you do something, they're prepared, and they know what to do. You know why? Nobody likes what you're doing. Nobody. You're making people hate you. You're turning people against you. You may be making people uncomfortable. So her guys know that. They know what everybody wants, and it's not this, so she'll find out again tomorrow, and your thing won't work again tomorrow. And until Charles gets a grip on reality, or he's in jail, nothing's going to change. She'll find out again tomorrow. That was in 2023. And what happened yesterday? And the day before that, and the day before that, and the day before that. I'm not fired, I'm not delivered, and I'm not in the hospital, I'm not dead. And that is your goal. You're trying to kill my son, and we all heard you talking about it. You never shut up. You never shut up. So we have mens rea, malicious aforethought, and criminal intent. Oh, we got it. We already got it. We only need you to say it once. Everything after that is icing on the cake. And when you repeat yourself over and over and over and over and over, it's going to be very hard in a criminal case to get around criminal intent, mens rea. We got both intent, actus reus, and mens rea, both. Because you guys never shut up about what your intentions are. If we do this, maybe she'll go. If we do this, maybe she'll go. If we get a surefire way to get her delivered. We get a surefire way to... do you? You guys wanted a cop to pull me over in October 2022. And he was told you need to take her in and you just sit down and have her sign this affidavit recanting her court testimony. They wanted to make her lie. They want to use law enforcement and taxpayer funds to intimidate her into a lie and suborn perjury. And he said, yeah, I don't think so. No, not doing it. And he was told, you don't have a choice. You may not have a choice. You have to do it. And he said, I'm a police officer. I always have a choice. This guy is mentally ill. She already knows about this affidavit. She's already said no. So, this is a bad decision. She already knows. She's already talked about it. He acts like she hasn't. He acts like he thinks she hasn't because he's delusional, right? Huntington's disease, Charles Perry has. His doctor diagnosed it when he got really cruel to me and was trying to get me kicked out of Chardonnay Apartments. Somebody got in touch with our people and said he doesn't want her to know he has Huntington's disease. Make sure she finds out. I am sick of this shit. Who the fuck does that? Who the hell does something like that? Why would anyone do that? It causes delusions, hallucinations, psychosis, paranoia, and impaired cognitive reasoning. So 2 and 2 to him is not 4 like it is the rest of us. 2 and 2 to him is banana. Yeah. So that's why his plans don't work. No, there's no logic there. It's not tough guy to pick on women, guys. It's not. I'm sorry that you think it is. The rest of the world does not think that. The rest of the world finds you hideous. To be abusive to a woman. They find you hideous. That's why we can get names and you cannot. Your little escapade this week. This escapade you pulled, this little drama, got a Scalpelon's name. You take, we take. You cause a problem, we cause a problem. Is it a problem that we have his name and what he's doing for you? I'm not going to divulge all that. All I'm going to tell you is we have it. So what are we going to do with it? When are we going to do it? And how pissed off did you want us to be when we do it? You piss us off, your thing doesn't work. When you do anything to me, it pisses us off. You take, we take. You cause a problem, we cause a problem. So, anyways, it's, you can't be abusive to people and cruel and think they're going to want to help you. And when you make a plan based on delusion, it's not going to come out like you want it to. It has never, and it will never. You're not in reality. You sit there pretending and daydreaming. So my friends were like, yeah, if he's the kind of guy, Saeed started a business for me and made sure that we all made money, and I made sure I had a nice car and a nice place to live and nice things, and never missed a meal. Took me out to eat at nice restaurants. We didn't eat any place. I don't think not very often did we eat at a place that was less than $30 a plate. Okay, he's the person I was actually with, Mr. Perry. I actually was with him intimately all the time, with him. He didn't have to pretend like you do. Okay, he was the one, not the wannabe. You're just a wannabe. Just a rejected, failed wannabe. Delusional wackadoo John Hinckley Jr. That's all you are. And people don't want to deal with you. And so we get the help and you don't. And that's all there is to it. You're a con artist. And so you got caught because you did it to me. And just like we said in 2016. And every contact gets me more, and you keep contacting me. And every loss and every problem gets me more, and you keep causing loss and problems. So you have to want to get caught. You've been doing it for 15 years. If you didn't want that, you would stop. So you have to want that. Okay? So when you said you don't like that she finds out before, no, bullshit. Come on now. Bullshit. If you didn't like her finding out before, you wouldn't do this stuff. Nobody does the same things every day that gets results they say they didn't want for 15 years. Come on. Come on with that. You have to want the results you're getting or you'd stop. You can't do your little whiny back sob story. Because you're doing things you know it's going to get you this result, and you do it anyway. And that's all there is to it. And, I get the help. I matter. You do not matter. I do. I have the names. I have the information. You don't have any of that because you don't matter. You never did. Maybe there was a time you did, but you don't now. Anyways, so my friend was like, yeah, this is not a bad economy. Are you stupid and you can't, think of a way to make that she can have a profession and make money and make sure she has a good life? You're not her cup of tea. You're not good enough for her. So don't tell me she's into you. She's not into you. I know what she's into. I've known her longer than you. And she doesn't do broke. She's not ghetto. I had a BMW when I met Charles. He took my BMW and has given me crap car and then wrecked it, and then another crap car and then wrecked it, and then another crap car and then wrecked it, and then another crap car and then wrecked it. And then so many threats with the pullovers. I'm going to have you pulled over and arrested. Call me. No, I'll call the guys that gave me names and 9 million conversations and tell me what to do to avoid the pullover or the car accident that you're trying to cause. So I don't do ghetto. Okay, you took my steak and here's your canned food. Why don't you like me? I'm used to a higher standard of living. I don't put up with your shit. So you're just a rejected fail stalker fuck. That's it. You're just a fucking con artist. You don't get a name, even one name, because you do stuff like that to me, to women and children. And you think that makes you hotshot. You think a lot of things, none of it's real. So Saeed starts a business for me, and he made sure I made a lot of money. Now, Saeed and I got along very well. We had a great relationship. He was a really wonderful part of my life. We got to a point where we weren't on the same page on some major issues, so we broke up. But he was good to me. He treated me right, and that's definitely, Daryl did the same thing. He made sure I had anything I wanted and anything I needed. And when I was in Lubbock and I had a political consulting career, instead of making the decision to help me be successful in that, I helped you win your election, and you could repay the favor. Instead, you ruined my career. So when you run around and act like you care, people don't believe you. They think you're full of shit. I don't do ghetto, bitch. I don't do it. You're not my cup of tea. I don't do broke. That's not my thing. So my friend knew immediately, you're full of shit. She's not going to be into you. If you're making her live in her car and you're making her dance and you're making her DoorDash, she's doing that because it's better than you, because you're the kind of person that would do that to her. So if you tell me that you two are in a romance, there's no way that's true. I think you're a delusional whack job is what I think, and she was right. Wasn't she? She knows what I like. You don't. You do everything I can't stand. You're a fucking turnoff. That's why you gotta kidnap women. They don't actually like you. You're a lowlife scumfuck. You're low-hanging, no dignity, no class, piece of shit. So, When you want women to like you, you do things women like. You don't do every nasty, ugly turn-off thing on the planet. And they go, why didn't you like me? I made you broke. I ran your family off. Why didn't you like me? I took everything you have. Why didn't you like me? I'm going to put you in jail. Why didn't you like me? I'm going to murder you and your son. Why didn't you like me? I'll ruin you. I've got the information and the power to do it. And I have help. I'm not doing that by myself. There's no way. So what are they going to do with that information? When they're going to do it? And how pissed off did you want them to be when they do it? You ask your $500 an hour attorney, not me. Don't bother me with your questions again. It will cost you. It will come out of your ass. Every time you have somebody be mean to me and scream and yell at me and get in my face and try to intimidate me or lie to me about my son, it'll come out of your ass. It always has. Gabaldon came out of your ass because you did that. You happy? Is that what you wanted? Was that your objective? Your thing yesterday didn't work because it came out of your ass. Are you happy? Was that your objective? Did you meet your goal? You contact me, I give more. I'll find out before. You want to talk? It's going to cost you. I don't want to hear what you have to say, Mr. Perry. Nothing you say. There's nothing you say that makes sense to me. You're wasting my time. You've wasted my time. We told you what to do if you want help, and you won't do it. So you won't get the help. You made a decision. You made a choice. Live with it. Also, the interesting thing with Saeed is that Saeed, when we first started dating, I had a stalker before. The guy calls Saeed up and says, I want to have lunch with you. And I'm telling Saeed, please don't do that. Don't waste your time. And he goes, no, I want to hear what he has to say. I was like, all right, well, okay, good luck with that. So they go have lunch, and Saeed comes back, and I go, what'd he say? And he goes, sat there and badmouthed you for an hour. And I was like, yeah, and? Did you not expect? He goes, yeah, of course I expected that. He's a Looney Tune. You're not, if you stalk, you're a Looney Tune. Because normal people do not do that. It is a crime because it's offensive conduct. So, he goes, here's what I told him. Clearly, you don't think highly of her. Clearly, you don't like her. So why in the hell are you sitting here talking to me? If she's that bad, then what's it to you? I think that you need to mind your own business and not interfere and not butt in. Because if you think that badly of her, you clearly don't like her. So just move on. Just go live your life. Get a life. Go away. And don't worry about what she's doing. Otherwise, maybe you're bad-mouthing her because you think that's going to break us up. And then you can have her. And that's not work. I'm sorry, but no, that's not going to work. So bottom line is, you sat here and you badmouthed her for an hour. You sat here and made it sound like you don't like her. And that you just think, you think very low of her. So if that's really what you think, you're not going to break us up because you had me for lunch and you're bad-mouthing her. That's not going to work. I don't go by what people tell me to think. I think my own thoughts. I form my own opinions. I don't care what you think. Didn't call you and ask you. You called me. So I'm not going to, pay any attention to that. Otherwise, if you really don't like her and you really have nothing good to say about her, then what the fuck do you care who she's dating and what's going on? I mean, why are you interfering here? What do you care? Go on with your life and don't butt into things that don't concern you. Don't stick your nose where it don't belong. And that was that. That was the end of it. So that's why Saeed actually got dates with me, why I was actually with him in a normal relationship, why I took Saeed around my family and I introduced him to my family, and why we were together, because he's the kind of person I would want to go out with. And we had a great relationship until it just got to a point where we weren't on the same page on some things, some major issues in life. So we parted ways. But he was very good to me. He took very good care of me. He made sure that I had everything I wanted and everything I needed, and that I had a good life. But the thing about Saeed also was that, he didn't just give it to me. What Saeed said is, here's a career opportunity. I started a business for you, just for you. Okay, work your ass off and let's make it work. So we all worked hard. He made sure we made money. We worked hard together and we made money together. And that's how I was able to afford an Infiniti Q45 at 24 years old, 23, 24 years old. And to live in a big, huge, nice apartment, brand new. And by myself, no roommates to help me pay the rent. And that's how I was able to afford all the things that I had. So, because he helped me make that money. And at a young age, I had a lot of money. And get VIP, spend enough money or tip right or whatever to get VIP parking places and backdoor passes at a nightclubs in Vegas. And all the things that I used to do before I had kids. And then once I had kids, I spent the money on the kids. Now, with Ernest, when Ernest and I, what happened with my, with what I was doing in Las Vegas is I had 3 contracts, subcontractors, and I was pregnant with Tristan. And all 3 contractors pulled their contracts at the same time, except for one, and one was Medicare. Well, Bill Clinton got into office. There was a lot of fraud with some of the equipment that I was doing, which was specific to lymphedema. So there was a lot of fraud with that. And so they just stopped paying for it. So now I have no pay source to provide my equipment. And I went to a trade show several years after that, and a bunch of my friends that had been in medical, the same thing I was in, same business, said that, see, I just had to stop providing it. That's it. That's all that happened to me. And just couldn't make any more money doing that. And so he said, well, these people were coming up to me and they were like, oh, we had to pay back $500,000. I had to pay back $1 million. I had to pay back. They actually had to pay Medicare back. So for me, it wasn't near as bad as it was for a lot of my colleagues that were in the same business. Thank God. I was very careful on my paperwork. I had somebody, when I was in Vegas, complain. There was a lady that I really bent over backwards to help her. I paid for her wound care out of my own pocket, because she was on Medicaid, and Medicaid limited how much wound care they could get. So I'd go to Walgreens and buy her wound care, to help her out. And to thank me, she filed a fraud complaint against me with Medicare. So that went on for a couple of weeks, and I get 2 calls from 2 different people at Medicare and said, we investigated her complaint, and we investigated your claim. We've never seen such a clean claim, and that woman is full of shit. So we just want you to know there's nothing here to her complaints. And I was like, thank you. I do a lot of extra work to provide. I would get 6 months medical history from the doctor, any specialist, the physical therapist, and send with it to make sure that my claim was justified. So I went to a lot of trouble to make sure that medical necessity was met. That's the bar with Medicare. You have to prove medical necessity based on the diagnosis, and you've tried other less expensive treatments, and that didn't work, and you have to prove all that. So I sent 6 months worth of medical records to prove all that, and with my claim. That's why she said, and there was 2 people, 2 of them. We haven't seen such a clean claim. This is very, very clean. It doesn't get any better than this. So there's definitely no fraud here. I sent pictures. I sent measurements, before and after measurements. So, I went all out to make sure my claims were clean, especially after the fraud investigations where people lost their asses. So, I stopped doing medical, and but then when George Bush got elected, he appointed Tommy Thompson as Secretary of Health and Human Services. Well, Tommy Thompson's wife has lymphedema due to cancer, breast cancer. So, they start paying for it again. Okay, so the private industry follows suit to Medicare quite a bit. So, once they started doing that, they started paying again, I started get back into my business. Why not? I'm good at it. Now, when Ernest and I moved to Vegas, and I was working for somebody else as their subcontractor, and they made my life a living hell. So I tell my ex-husband, I can do this myself. I did before. I don't need their help. So I think we need to end the contract. I won't make a salary every month, so we're going to be $1,500 in the hole every month until I start getting paid from the insurance companies or whatever. So he was like, okay. So we did that for 3 months. We were $1,500 in the hole. I had no capital because I was working for somebody else. I didn't need capital, but I was able to do it. Okay, I negotiated stuff with my vendors. I was able to start my business up again. We were $1,500 a month in the hole, so we got behind on some things. But once I got paid, we paid it. We caught everything up. And in 2 years, I was able to expand my business to open a clinic, so that they had 2 things with lymphedema and vascular disease specialties. One was physical therapy, lymph drainage and so forth, to treat lymphedema, you'd go to a physical therapist for that. And then the other part of it was durable medical equipment, which was what I did, and that would have been the external compression therapy systems that you apply with the physical therapy. So people had to go to two different places. They would have to go to a vendor or to to a physical therapist, to a medical equipment vendor and then a physical therapist. Well, I decided to do both. So in 2 years, I was able to expand my practice, my business, and do all of it. So I did all of it. Now, I made so much money that I had an employee that stole 90 grand from me. So I had to make that money in order for her to steal that. And it got to a point where I was like, I'm sitting down again, and we did this with nothing. We can do it. We can come out of this. Or I can just stop because I'm sick of it. I had done it for 20 years. I'm sick of fighting with insurance companies to get my money. I'm sick and tired of fighting with patients to get them to be compliant. I'm sick and tired of taking calls and people, whining and complaining that this, that their plight, patients would dump on you about everything. I'm tired of being nice to people like this one lady, and I'm just trying to help her get wound care, and then she does something like file a complaint. I mean, I'm sick of this kind of stuff. I'm done with it. So we made the decision at that point to just stop. And I got out of it, and I have no desire to get back in it. None at all. I got so burned out on that shit, I didn't want to deal with it again. So I can make money, Mr. Perry. And the men that I'm actually with help me do that. They don't take from me. They support my career so that I can make money. My ex-husband spent a lot of time taking care of my children while I was working. So he also helped me, the person I was actually with. You're just pretending. You're just a daydreamer. You're just a wannabe, never the one wanted. I don't do broke. I don't do it. Okay, I'll never do broke. I'm not going to put up with that. I'm not going to put up with your peep and creep. I'm not going to put up with your terrorizing and horrifying and murder and poisons and bacteria and all the shit you try to do. So I want nothing to do with you, and all my friends that really know me know that. Probably even better than my family, apparently. Okay, so there's that. I don't go out with somebody that badmouths me. Okay, I have to have a man that defends my honor, or they don't ride this ride. You have to be normal, you don't ride this ride. So the men that I've actually been with, knew how to treat women right, and respect women, and they're chivalrous. And they support my career goals. So you're the anti of everything I want. And if you like somebody, you do what they like, not what they hate. And that's all you've done is ruin and destroy. And so what happens is I have guys that are chivalrous helping me. They got intel to ruin you. Right back at you. You got in my privacy, they got a court order and got in yours. You take something from me, we take something from you. Your little drama queen thing you did Monday, that cost you. You got a name out of that. And what that person does for you. Every time you make somebody lie to me about my kid, every time you do your drama and have somebody scream and yell in my face, it comes out of your ass. Every time you take a penny from me or a minute of my time, it comes out of your ass. Every time your money that you paid for a cover-up is getting us truth. And they're going to put you in jail and bury you in a criminal case. You have my word, I promise. Now, he said, if you want a phone call, give it back and get out, or I'm going to do it for you. I'll do it. We'll get more and we'll do it ourselves. And I promise you it'll cost you double by the time the legal process is over, because she's not going to be broken. You get a call from us. She's not going to be apart from her kids, and you get a call from us. You're not going to have people intimidate her and scream and yell at her, and you get a call from us. That's not how this works, sir. This is a civilized society, and you need to be civilized. You're a grown-ass man. Act like one. Okay? You don't tell people to scream and yell at her and get a call from us. And so you can't get a name. All your money bought us information, not you. And that's how this works. And you don't have an explanation that would make sense to a normal human being with reason and rational thinking. You don't have one. So you can tell the jury and see if the jury understands you. You can tell America when they have a congressional hearing and see if America understands you. And I don't want to hear it. I told you to get the fuck out of my life. Years ago, I moved twice to get away from you. I sued 11 times trying to get a protective order against you. Or within a lawsuit, ask for a protective order or an injunctive order against you to make you leave me alone. Get off my back, bitch. You're not my cup of tea. You're sicko. You're very, very sicko. And I want nothing to do with you. Nothing. You come where I am. You cause a problem where I am. You're not the injured party. You haven't had your car wrecked. My BMW, by the way, was a wrecked salvage title. Let me clarify that. However, It was in good shape. I drove that car 5 years all over the place, back and forth to Albuquerque, back and forth to Roswell, to Oklahoma. 5 years, not one maintenance problem. 5 years. So, and it was very nice. It had been wrecked. It had I think it had 30,000 miles on it when I bought it. So it had been wrecked to a point where it's going to be more expensive to fix than the insurance company wanted to pay. So they totaled the title. But it was an excellent car. I just got a hell of a deal on it. 5 years. Drove that thing everywhere and had not one problem with it. No maintenance problems with it at all. And that is what you took from me. And then here's your clunker ass car, your canned food, cheap shit, and then you wreck and tear that up. You tear up everything I have. Okay, well, I went out with men, actually with those men, actually liked those men. I was actually there because I wanted to be with those men, because they know how to treat women right. They know how to be chivalrous. They know how to be kind. They made sure I had what I wanted. I didn't miss a meal. I drove nice cars. I had nice things. I didn't do canned food. They get me. And you don't. You like beating down women because you're just not good enough. You want to take them down to your level. Okay, well, that's not working for you, is it? No, it's not. If you call and get me customers because you think you found a way to kidnap me and make me be hostage and be pimped out so you can get rich, and when you make me be the violent victim of a violent crime, remember, I'm saying that now before you've done it. Has anything else gone like you think it's gone? What makes you think that would? Gordy, when you sit on your fat ass and go, she can't go to Albuquerque, and she can't see her son ever again, and she can't go to Vegas, you little princess, you little petunia, take your little dress off and say that to my face. What are you afraid of? The truth might come out. Actual and consciousness of guilt. I don't have anything against gays or trans. I have a thing against men who are abusive to women and children and make money off the backs of women and children because they're too stupid to figure out how to do it normal way, legit way, like everybody else. See, everybody else doesn't act like you, so it's very hard for us to understand why the hell you do what you do. So you're not going to say, I just want to explain and get us to understand you. We're never going to understand you. Why in the hell? We hear that every day. Why in the hell would anyone do that? Don't help them. Why is he doing that to her? Don't help them. We hear it every day. More than once. So remember, you're doing things to provoke and trigger the responses and the results you're getting. So live with it. Because if you didn't like getting caught, you wouldn't contact me ever again, or my kids. You wouldn't butt into my business ever again. You wouldn't take anything from me ever again. You wouldn't have somebody scream and yell at me and try to intimidate me ever again. You wouldn't cause a problem or a loss for me ever again. You'd give it back and you'd get out. So for you to continue to contact me, Mr. Perry, we get more out of that. Just remember that. So don't complain about it. We get a lot of intel out of your unwanted contact. Every time you cause a problem, every time you cause a loss, I get a lot more intel out of that. 9 million times you pissed my guys off doing that. Creep and peep. 9 million times, sir. You caused a problem or a loss that pissed us off. 111 names. 28 code words because you pissed us off. So what are they going to do with that? Who has it? Who all has it? What are they going to do with it? When are they going to do it? And how pissed off are they going to be when they do it? You live with that. It's your problem. We told you what to do if you wanted to call. You choose to do the opposite, so you don't get the help. We do. All day, every day. And you get up and do the same thing that gets you the same results day after day after day. So you don't get to complain. You live with it.